Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to the new video. I'm the Casual Racing Gamer. In this video, we are talking about the toxicity of the sim racing community. We'll talk about the good, we'll talk about the bad, and you know what this genre kind of needs or doesn't need, and how we can improve it as players ourselves. And maybe even if this video gets through to one person and that improves, that's one more person than before. But sometimes we just don't think about it, and we're in the heat of the moment when we're sim racing. And I'm talking about games that, you know, for online sim racing. I'm not talking about games where you're playing a one-player game and you know, you're playing against AI computer opponents. This is online racing, play against real people in their house, just like you, whether we're talking about console, GT7, or we're talking about PC, iRacing, or any other sim racing game that you are playing against real players. There's a whole community out there, and you know, different games have different ways of policing their system. GT7 doesn't really have a way of policing their system. We'll talk about that. And then iRacing does have a way to police their system. There's a whole protest system, and you can report people. And there's a whole team at iRacing who will review tapes, and there are punishments for it. And I'm going to talk about what I think about that as well. You know, this is my opinion, guys, and my opinion might be different than yours. There's no right or wrong opinion here. So I respect what you think. Leave it in the comments if you don't agree with me. If you do agree with me, if you have other ways that we can, as a community, that we can make sim racing better for new players, and also players who have been in a long time. And we have to also think different sim racers play at different levels. They take it more seriously than other people. Not everyone wants to be a professional driver, and they don't think they're going to play Gran Turismo 7 this week and then go race in a pro race next week because they want to race in GT7. Okay. So I think first of all, we have to scale back on how we approach sim racing. We also, yes, people spend a lot of money on equipment, and you can spend, some people don't spend a lot. Some people spend $100. Some people play on a controller. Some people spend $10,000. You can go online and see people in their $50,000 sim racing setup. Does that mean they're more serious than the guy who has a $500 sim rig setup? Does that mean that you should get out of the way because he's driving a $1 million setup? No, it just means they have more money to spend on their system. So anyone at any level can take it just as serious. Now, the thing with sim racing is, and it's so different than any other video game out there, because, and I've talked about this in the past, there's no rules in sim racing that are enforced in the game. There's penalties and stuff, but there's a lot of unwritten rules in sim racing, and not everyone knows them. Not everyone is aware of what you should do at every moment. And that's okay. It's a game. Like, we all have to come back to reality. Sim racing is just a video game. Yes, there's games that feel more realistic and deliver that realistic feeling, but it doesn't mean you need to be a professional driver to enjoy sim racing. It doesn't mean you can't make mistakes. The best drivers out there make mistakes. The best drivers out there also get mad when other people make mistakes, but they make mistakes too. So it doesn't matter at your level. I will say with iRacing, you can report people. And this, I feel like this has gotten out of hand. Like, I read so many posts on Reddit, and you can just go through it. People just post, is this protestable? They get in a little wreck. Someone just took the inside, didn't give them enough room. Is this protestable? Is this protestable? Is this protestable? Like, I can't imagine enjoying and playing a game if all you're thinking about is protesting people, unless it's intentional. I think protest systems should be for intentional wrecking. Like, did this person come down from the bottom lane all the way up to the top to just throw me off the track? That's intentional, right? We can definitely tell or spot intentional abusive wrecking. And I understand, you know, we don't want that in our games because it's going to ruin the experience for us, right? We're playing a game. It could be a 30-minute race, a 40-minute race. It could be a 15-minute race. But if you're wrecked in the beginning, or someone just wrecks you, and you know your car's damaged and you can't get back out there and your race is over, it kind of takes away from the enjoyment. I get that. I understand it. Not all of us have so much time to race every week. We might only race once or twice a week. So you want that race to be the best it can be, and you want to make it to the finish line cleanly, of course. But like, What makes you any better than the person who wrecked you? Because I am 100% sure everyone out there, including myself, has wrecked someone else by accident, not intentional, late braking. You didn't know they were there. And when you do it, you feel bad, and you want to apologize. And I've logged off of some sessions where it actually just upset me if I ruin someone else's day. It upset me. I feel bad. They don't always know how I feel. You can't always reach out to them. Sometimes it's hard to find the person that you wrecked, and you just can't find them. So they don't know that you feel bad, and they're mad, and they think that you wrecked them on purpose. So number one is we have to take a step back. We can't just attack people when we get wrecked. Again, unless it's, and even if it's intentional, I feel like you have to still pull yourself in. And that's where iRacing is good, that you can report people. If it's an intentional, straight out wreck, someone is ruining the game for other people. But mistakes are mistakes. We have to let it go. We can't go in the chat. We can't go on voice chat. We can't attack people. We can't be screaming at them. We don't want to ruin their experience. Again, it's probably more times than not, it's a mistake. I've made so many mistakes, okay? And I feel bad every time I wreck someone, every time I am getting in a close race and I brake late and I throw someone off the track. I feel extremely bad. They think I probably wrecked them on purpose. They think I went as hard as I can, threw them off the track, but that is not the case. And I'm sure that's not the case for a lot of people. So we have to understand that when we get thrown off the track, when we get wrecked, when we're going 3 wide and someone, moves up the lane, but they're not purposely moving up the lane. They think they're holding their line, but they're not. We need to let it go. We need to chill. We're here to enjoy. Sim racing needs to be an enjoyment. It shouldn't be we're always out to yell, fight, and scream at someone who wrecked our day, because you've wrecked other people's days. We've all wrecked other people's games. We've all done there. We've all been there, and we all know what it's like. And on top of that, you don't know how many times while in race, I think someone did something to me. Not intentional. I just think, hey, they took a bad line, or they didn't give me room, or they went into me, only to watch the replay later to be like, wow, that was actually on me. It's a good thing I didn't say something to this person, because it was on me. I watched the replay and I was like, oh, I thought I held my line, but I actually drifted up into him, made a little bit of contact, and like my rear panel, kind of came up into the front of his car and it spun me. He didn't spin me. I basically rode up a little high, even if it was just a little bit, and I took myself out. It wasn't even on him. But so many times things like that happen. People will go and just let loose in the chat and just rip apart other people. I think we need to be better than that. I think we need to settle down. I think we don't need to worry about our ratings so much, and especially in GT7. Your ratings really don't mean anything. In iRacing, it can affect you, because your safety rating actually affects the class that you're racing in. Different classes get different races to be placed in, and different cars, different races. So in GT7, you're all racing the same car, you're all racing the same track, you're just racing with different drivers. And you're going to eventually always end up with your skill level. In iRacing, you just have to be safe, and you can move up to different classes. So it's a little different. And I understand, there could be a little more frustration there in iRacing, because if you get hit down levels, then, you might own tracks, you might own cars that you can't even race until you get back up there. So there's definitely a difference between a game like that and a game like GT7. A game like GT7, you're doing like 10-minute online races. If you get wrecked out, it's another 10, 15 minutes to the next race. It's not a big deal. We just have to breathe. We have to take it easy. We need to respect each other as sim racers, and the community just needs to come together and just chill out. Everyone just needs to chill out, relax, have fun. Don't make it such a stressful experience. If you wreck out, I usually, if I get wrecked or wreck someone, I'm always analyzing, hey, could I have avoided that person if I would have done something different? Hey, maybe I shouldn't have been so aggressive racing him so close, and I could have gave him more room. Or, at some point I should have just let him pass. And by doing that, I might have lost 1 spot. Instead, now I lost 7 spots because it ended up in a wreck. So things to consider, things to think about. I know a lot of people are scared to hop into to online racing. Some people have been there and then they just leave it. But I think it's a really fun, good experience. There is no computer, AI opponents that will give you that rush that you get from racing real people. So, GT7 has a great online game. There's other single player racing games that might be great, but there's a different adrenaline rush. Your heart's pumping when you're racing online against other players. And I think it's just amazing. And I don't think people should be scared to race online because they're scared of other drivers yelling at them for not doing things correctly. So if you're someone new or you don't know what you're doing, just take some time to research the unwritten laws of racing on blocking, on giving room, on when to pass, how to pass. And, you'll just grow and you'll get better the more you do it. You're going to wreck a lot of cars. You're usually going to start in a lower level. You move your way up as you get better. And as you get better and move up, it means you're learning how to race better. So let's all just respect it. Let's all understand it. Leave me your comments below. Thumb up the video. And hopefully I see you all guys on the track and we all have a good time, whether we win, lose, wreck, or not. It's all good. It's all fun. Let's just enjoy it, guys. All right. Peace.